Morning and welcome to this edition of Tank Time. It's been a while since I've done a video, but I have a brand new setup here. About 2.5 weeks ago was my birthday and I got this lovely 55-gallon tank. And I saw this fish in the store, a night goby. There he is. And I thought, that's the fish for me. And I later learned he was brackish, so I decided to set up a brackish tank and build a setup around this little fella here. This is a night goby. So I got some mollies, got some Hail Mary plants, as in I hope they survive the salinity. They seem to be doing okay so far. I got these beautiful Dalmatian, creamsicle, Dumbo-eared self-in mollies. Well, actually only one's a Dumbo. And I got some assorted lyre tails. I got this little silver lyre tail here that you can barely see against the sand. I got a creamsicle lyre tail, which is over here. There's the female Dalmatian creamsicle, self-in molly. And my latest pride and joy. Meet Cardinal Puff Puff and E.T., my figure 8 puffers. I'm just enthralled by these guys. They're like little hovercraft alien guys. They just kind of cruise around and inspect everything and eat snails, and I just love them. They are so cool. So, brackish is a semi-new thing to me. I did something similar when I was a teenager. I had some mollies and some bumblebee gobies and added some salt. I didn't do any real science behind it, but I just kind of pinched and dashed my way through it. I even got a self-in molly into a saltwater tank by slowly acclimating them. Anyway, these are all euryhaline fish, which means that they can survive anywhere from freshwater to almost saltwater. They can survive in a variety of salinities. I got them right now at 1.005 specific gravity. They seem to be healthy. I moved Moscow Mitch in here. He's getting to be an oldster. Got him a plump little bride. I got the other two male guppies from the 65 and I put them into the 10-gallon along with a whole mess of babies that this lyre tail over here had the other day, last week. I got 10 babies, and I think this big calico had some babies too. This Mr. Night Goby got most of them. Gulp, gulp. He's a real fish eater. If he can fit it in its mouth, it's gone. So I don't keep anything smaller than a bread box in here, so to speak. I got this one fish here. I'm not sure if it's a like a creamsicle self-in molly or a platy, but time will tell. Okay, this would be, yeah, this is Cardinal Puff Puff. He's got the boulder markings and he's a little bigger. He's just cruising around town. Got some lace rock in here, which is a new discovery. I love it. It's all full of pores, and it's very porous and very airy and good place for bacteria to hang out. As for plants, I'm trying jungle val, which seems to be doing very well. I got Bacopa monnieri, which seems to be doing very well. Sprouting roots and everything. It seems to be growing. I got some hornwort in there. Got some hornwort up here. That's doing well. I got some Kabamba here, and that's, it's not digging it, but it's doing it. I got a variety of Cryptocorin here, which is digging it, doing it, but not digging it. Seems to be coming back a little, but it melted back a little bit. And of course my ubiquitous guppy grass. I don't think anything can kill this. Unless it's radioactive or chemically corrosive, you cannot kill guppy grass. I'm convinced it's the Twinkie of the plant world. So this is my new pride and joy. I got a couple of nearite snails in here too. Terrorized nearite snails, as in puffers love snails. So they're ducking and covering. They're just a little too big for them to eat right now, but when they get a little bigger, I have a feeling, watch out. I hope they start to breed too, because those little baby nearites will be tasty treats for the puffers. I also got some driftwood in here. I soaked it and got all the tannins out of it. This piece here was problematic. I had to anchor it with a couple of rocks because it kept bobbing to the surface. So I think by now it's waterlogged right here at the end. You could see little air bubbles coming out for the longest time. Those have ceased. So I think right now it's pretty much waterlogged. I have some Java fern, which is doing quite well. What else? Let's see. Yeah, we already covered that. I got a black molly here. He's doing quite well. New babies on the way. I'd like to see more sail fins like that. Get her. Yes. And this night goby is doing a lot of glass surfing, so I'm going to have to figure out what's going on with him. But maybe it's the crowd. But at least he's not like bugging everybody. That was my greatest fear. He does do a little nipping. He did do a little nipping when I put new fish in there. Or a little chasing, no actual nipping. But they're big enough and fast enough to get away from him. So he calms down eventually afterwards too and accepts the new additions. These guys are dead last because puffers they have a reputation of being territorial and rather nippy. But figure eights tend to do well with mollies, from what I understand, and bigger, faster fish that they can't bully. But so far they're the lastest and smallest, and they're just getting along with everyone except each other. A little funny story behind this. I ordered one, and for some reason I ended up ordering two. I hit the button again, and I tried to fix it by zeroing it out, and I didn't zero out the two, and I ended up ordering 20 figure eight puffers. 20 times 8, do the math. But anyway, so I had to tinker around for like forever, and it didn't work, and I ended up calling them and leaving a message and saying I only want one puffer, and they sent me 2. Well, good enough. I'm hitting and hoping. It's a 55-gallon tank. From what I understand, they need at least 30, an additional 15 gallons per puffer. And as long as you have enough hides and broken line of sight and plants and snails and all that good stuff, you can keep more than one puffer in a tank. Can't get away with this with most other puffers. For one, they get huge. For another, they get mean. that's my baby. This is it. If you like, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and leave a comment down below. See you next time.